Hey guys, Ward here and welcome to another Farming Simulator 17 video. We're back on Chellington 17, but this time there's a difference. It is Chellington 17 version 2. Oxygen David has released an update for the map, and there's been a few things fixed, improved and changed, and we're going to run through those and see how those affect the map, and whether if these changes are for the better or for the worse. And we're just going to give our kind of like overall opinion at the end of the tour. So if we start here, and if you are a regular player on this map, you will notice that the storage doors are closed. They are now you can now open and close the doors to the grain storage. So it's B to open, X to close doors. I think the signs have been removed, because there used to be signs on the door, but now it looks like you can just place the grain wherever you choose. Quite decent sized grain storage areas. And we also have light switches around the yard. B to turn on and off, and it turns the lights on inside the grain storage. There's one over there as well. This another light turns on here. There's a little sound effect as well. Nice little click. There's also sound effects that have been added with the doors. Sound effects have been added as well with the gates. Which is very nice. I only know where the light switches are in this immediate area. I haven't been round the entire yard and gone spotting for light switches, so that'll be down to you guys to find them all. This door now is closed. You may have noticed before it was slightly open. You would go inside the building, there was no textures inside the building, it was just complete blackness. Well, now that is closed. You cannot walk through the walls anymore. That is completely being fixed and sorted. We will take a quick drive in a moment's time, but a lot of the roads around the map have been smoothed out and improved. There was a lot of dodgy angles on some of the roads, and some of the lorries and things was bottoming out on these dodgy angles. Just thinking, have I covered everything? Let's have a look at the map. Okay, so some of the fields now have missions on them. Only some of them. It's not been kind of like announced which fields have them, so it's probably something that you're going to have to do, go around and search which fields do have missions. But I'm going to guess that fields 3, 17 and 16 are going to be something to do with the missions, because if you look, we can see that there are very well, there's a square in this field, and obviously one of the main things we noticed about the fields on Chellington was that they were anything but symmetrical and square or rectangle. They were very oddly shaped fields. They were a nice challenge to harvest and to work on, but it was a bit awkward if you wanted to hire workers, because the fields were very oddly shaped. But with these fields, it looks like, well, another field has been put on top of the original fields. So if we fast travel to over there, field 3. There, field 3. Right, if we visit field 3. So we're now on field 3. If we look at the mini-map here, we can see that we are basically walking the edge of the field. We are on the brown texture. It looks like they've extended the grass and they've made the field smaller. So maybe it would be easier for hired workers or something like that. I do know some of the fields have been adjusted and fixed. I think it was something to do with workers. I haven't got the change log in front of me. I know some of the items have been mentioned in the mod hub, but there was more changes to the map that has been mentioned in the mod hub. I know there was a lot of bug fixes and texture improvements as well. This icon was originally, I'm sure it was like dirt underneath the icon, so if that's the case, the grass has been extended all this way and we've lost all that field, which is a shame really. But yes, it goes to prove anyway, missions are available. This mission here, we've got to do some fertilising for £5,169, but we're not going to do that now. But it's just to prove that missions are available. Now, another big thing that's been added is the sawmill and the forest. If we look on the map just by where the shop is, you can see it actually says forest now. And if you look at field 12, you can see in the bottom right hand corner of field 12, it looks like a section of the map has been deleted, and it looks like it's been replaced with the sawmill location. So we're going to fast travel to over there as well, and we're going to check out the sawmill. Actually, we're going to jump in the Jeep and we're going to take a drive over there, I think, and we're going to check out some of these new road textures, if I can drive the Jeep properly. Okay, some of the main road area that has been mentioned in the changelog was that the section of roads that was from, well, around by the store and the shop, and the road that kind of leads from there out towards field 12, out towards where the sawmill is located now. That was the main section of road. I think that's had a lot of attention paid to. Also, as you come out the farm, if you turn right and go down that lane past field 10, that's had some work done to it as well. If we just put our foot down just so we can get to the road. We're just here purely to look at the map. We're not here to abide by any traffic laws. Get out of the way. Okay, right, so that's been smoothed out a little bit. It's still, we have still got a bit of an angle on there, but it definitely looks like it's had some work done to it. I do know Oxygen David did have some help with the changes to the map. There's another angle there. Yes, I do know he's had some help with the changes that have recently been made. He has credited them in the mod hub. So this is where the new forest is located. So I can't remember what was here actually. There was something here like a hedgerow or something like that. Well, that's all been taken out now. We've got this, like this embankment, and now we have trees. These are FS17 trees that have been added in. We've got the nice looking trees, and yes. So this is the forestry area. It's not as dense as I would like it to be. I mean, I do like it's a start. It's definitely a start, but it's not as dense as I'd like it to be. I think I would recommend to anybody that's thinking about doing any major forestry work to probably plant a load of saplings and yeah, really like add to the forest. It's not a very big one. And this looks like this is where the end of the forest is. If we look on the map, there is a very large green area behind here. And by the looks of things, it's sat here doing nothing. Now you could either use it to mow and make a load of a load of grass bales or silage bales with the hay, or you could extend the forest out here. It's a very large area, so it would be a lot of work, but it would be a fantastic sight if that entire area was covered in saplings and trees and things like that. If you had a very dedicated team to forestry, planting and replenishing the forest as it was being cut down. But yeah, even just this small area here, I think it could have done with a few more trees. Even if it was just like this area down here where you kind of drive down here and it would get incredibly dense, you know, in this location, but it just kind of, there's not many trees that have been added. Now I don't know if that's because to keep the file size down, or to you know, maybe it would make it really laggy or something, I don't know, but yeah, I think it could. It's not really much of a forest, it's kind of like just a tree area. Maybe it was done intentionally so you could add to it, who knows. Okay, so if we go down here, like I said, the road has had some work done, definitely from here towards the sawmill. So you would have to drive this way with your logs if you was travelling towards the sawmill. This would be the journey you would have to take. Okay, and now we are entering the sawmill. Okay, so pulling it off the road, nice textures on the ground. Kind of nice yard. Got a few more vans parked up there. This would probably be a sell point for logs. We've got a pond, I think. Probably another sell point. It's kind of nice. They've got a nice little drain system there. Just having a good nosy round. Okay, so this is all grass now. Yes, and this is where the field is now. Field 12, this is where the rest of the field is. Let's have a quick look over here, see if this offers any contract missions. No. No missions for this field. This looks like this will lead to opposite field 10, so this is the lane. I'm not sure if this road surface has been improved. I can't remember what the previous one looked like. But if you go straight down this road, that would lead back towards the yard. So, I mean, you could use field 12 and you could turn it into a man-made forest. Potentially. Use it for poplars, or, you know, even plant saplings and, you know, have your forestry operation very close to where the sawmill is. It's totally up to you. But, I mean, if it was that close to the sawmill, you wouldn't really need lorries or anything like that, because it really isn't far to travel. So where the forest is located, then you've got a bit of a drive. There's more of a need for that type of equipment. So I think that's all the major changes that have been added to Chellington, guys. We've now got a sawmill. That was one of the main things that was really noticeable when I started playing on Chellington, was there was no forest, there was no sawmill. I came up with the idea of buying my own heating plant, so I had my own selling point for wood chip, and then I was going to do a big poplar harvest, and then, you know, that was kind of going to be my way of having my my dose of, you know, forestry type thing. But yeah, but now we got you know, our very own sawmill, now we can actually sell logs as well. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments section. I mean, it's always good to get, you know, support from the modders, from developers of any game. It's always great to get any kind of support. It's always nice to feel like we're being listened to. I do know Oxygen David was very active on the Farming Simulator forums, and he was taking a lot of comments and feedback from a lot of people. So this is where this update has come from. I have no idea if he intends on doing any more further changes to Chellington in the future. I think he is working on another map, and with this one being on console, I can only hope that his future maps will be on console as well. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It really helps in helping in the channel growing and the community growing. And until the next one, guys, take care of yourselves and bye for now.